Prince Philip tributes, a rock, a hero and one of a kind. As news of Prince Philip's death spread, people made their way to Buckingham Palace to pay tribute and reflect on the Duke's life, and the Queen's loss. Some teenagers on hired bikes pull up next to a police officer asking for directions to Oxford Circus. Before cycling off, one calls out, "Is there any way you can say, hello, to the Queen for us?" No matter young or old, there doesn't seem to be a soul outside the palace on the day of Prince Philip's death who doesn't feel deep sympathy and sorrow for the Queen. "I don't think you have to be a rampant royalist to just feel really sad for the Queen," says 56-year-old Louise Symester, from Bedfordshire. She took her teenage daughters on a diversion from a trip to the COVID Memorial Wall to Buckingham Palace, via an unsuccessful hunt to buy flowers, to round off what's been a day of reflection for her family. Daisy, her 17-year-old daughter, who says she's no royalist, has been surprised by just how shocked she was by the news. "All my friends were quite shocked," she says. "I've never experienced a royal death." For Mum Louise, being outside the palace brought memories of Princess Diana's death in 1997 flooding back. "I brought flowers for Diana. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember people sobbing. I was crying myself," she recalls, clutching her hand to her chest. As we talk, a steady flow of families, friends, children, even a woman on rollerblades, line up in the spring sunshine to lay white roses, yellow tulips and unopened lilies beside the gleaming black and gold palace fence. For every bouquet laid, the moment is captured by a vast bank of photographers, camera crews and bystanders with their own mobile phones straining against a thick cordon erected by police officers. Attached to the flowers are messages of gratitude for the Duke's decades of service. "You'll be missed by an entire nation. You were one of a kind," says one. Another acknowledges the sacrifices the Duke made. "Farewell Prince Philip. I have a huge amount of respect for a man that can swallow his pride to dedicate his life to supporting the Queen." The royal family did ask people to consider making a charity donation instead of leaving flowers, and the government has urged people not to gather at the palace in breach of coronavirus regulations. However, that message had not reached everyone on Friday afternoon. Ria Varma, from Pimlico, pulls up on her bike to lay a bouquet alongside a note saying, "Rest in peace Duke, love the Varma family." "It's just super sad," she says. To her, the Duke represented the kind of stability that's so old-fashioned, it's difficult to comprehend. "He was a rock who brought integrity," she adds. Colenza Jennings, 43, from Belsize Park, has brought white roses and carnations on behalf of her family after her husband texted her with the news. She's here with her best friend, who's also from Thailand. Prince Philip is their hero, they say. "He's a good man and a faithful man," says Colenza, a personal shopper at Heathrow. "We love the Queen, and we want to say we're sorry she's lost the man she loves." Peter Chan, a student from Hong Kong, was exercising around Buckingham Palace when he heard the news. "I really feel Prince Philip was a nice man and he saved the country," he says, after laying a bunch of white flowers bearing a note in his mother tongue together with an English translation, to commemorate Prince Philip's life on behalf of Hong Kong people in the UK.